Choosing the right camera bag for you can feel very overwhelming, but getting it right will make a huge difference on how you carry and protect your gear. Two things to never cheap out on in regards to your camera gear: tripods or camera bags. Today, we're going to go over the main types of camera bags, what to look for, and how to pick the best one for your style of photography. There are three main types of camera bags we're going to focus on today: backpacks, messenger bags, and sling bags. There's also the option for a roller case or bag, but that's for another video. All right, camera backpacks. Backpacks are ideal for photographers who need to carry a lot of gear, especially for long periods. These are great for landscape, travel, and adventure photographers. Brands like Shimoda Design, Peak Design, Low Pro, PGY Tech, and Think Tank all make excellent options. Look for features like adjustable dividers, comfortable straps, and weather resistance. Also, with backpacks, I'm going to tell you right now, make sure that you get one with comfortable straps. Again, I'm going to say this later about buying the cheap camera bags. Usually that's one of the areas that they really fail in, and that's in the straps. You don't want them digging into your neck. You don't want them sagging, and definitely don't want them tearing away from the main body of the backpack. So please make sure you buy a good quality backpack that has good quality straps. If you can go and try them on, great. If the company you bought it from has a return policy, that's great too. But just make sure those camera straps are comfortable. Okay, messenger bags. If you need quick access to your camera while keeping things lightweight, a messenger bag is a good option. Perfect for street photographers, photojournalists, and wedding photographers who need to work fast. Popular brands include Low Pro and PGY Tech. Also, Think Tank has some great ones too. Look for padded shoulder straps, a secure closure system, and enough space for your essentials. And the last type of bag we're going to talk about today is a sling bag. Sling bags are a cross between a backpack and a messenger bag. They are great for quick access while on the move, ideal for street photography and urban travel or casual hiking use. Brands like Ulanzi, Low Pro, PGY Tech, and Nomadic make solid options. Choose one with well padded strap, secure zippers, and enough space for your daily gear. Size is critical. A bag that's too small won't hold all your essentials, while a bag that's too big will be bulky and uncomfortable. Think about how much gear do you want to carry? Just a camera and a lens, or multiple lenses, flashes, accessories, etc.? Do you need room for extras like a laptop, a tablet, a drone, clothing? Future proofing. It's always a good idea to get a slightly bigger bag than you need to allow for future gear additions. Now, as you can see from the collection I have here, okay, this is over several years of being a photographer. I'm going to tell you right now, there really is no right bag for everything. You're going to need a sling for those on the go type occasions and events, whatever. A backpack you're going to need if you're going to do some extensive photography, or you really don't know what situation is going to have for you, that you're going to need, what equipment you're going to need. So you got to make sure that you have some options just in case. Okay. Yes, this is probably excessive, but when you're picky, and I'll tell you right now, all the ladies out there that use a purse, you know what I'm talking about. You never have that one bag that has every single feature that you really want. So keep that in mind. The right bag for your workflow. Your choice should depend on how and where you shoot. Hiking and landscape photography. A backpack is good weight, has good weight distribution and weather resistance. A sling would also be good if you don't need a lot of gear. Street photography, messenger or sling bag are better for quick access and also easy access while you're out there and you're not really very suspicious of it carrying a lot of equipment. Weddings and events, a messenger bag or a backpack. And like I said before, you can also get a roller bag if you need a lot of gear for your weddings. Okay, so if you're carrying a lot of multiple lenses and flashes, you want something that's bigger. Studio work. I mean, I have a tool chest right here where I have a lot of my gear. So I'm not really on the go in the studio. So you don't have to have it. But if you need a backpack or a rolling case, those would be good options as well. Okay, features to look for. Not all camera bags are built the same. Look for features that improve your experience and help you out during your workflow. Number one is being comfortable. Those straps, make sure they're padded and adjustable. I will say that Shimoda, this one right here, and then this one over here, they probably are the most comfortable bag that I have ever used. They have a like a metal frame built inside of it, and the rigidity helps put all the weight onto your hips. Excellent bags, very expensive bags. Okay. Okay, a phone holder. You want to have easy access to your phone for quick snapshots or to use GPS and maps and stuff. On your camera strap is probably the best place to have your phone stored. Again, you can have it inside the bag as well, but then depending on the type of bag you have, you may have to take it off. If it's a sling, that's not a problem. Just swing it around. But if it's a backpack, you got to take it off just to get your phone out. Adjustability, removable or repositionable dividers for customization. To consider if you want to use a camera cube or just the dividers in one large space. Make sure the camera straps are adjustable, not just for tightness, but also for your height as well. PGY Tech and also Shimoda, again, have those type of straps and are awesome. Expansion options. Some bags have an expandable compartment where you can add a couple liters to the bag for extra space. Nomadic, they're Peter McKinnon bags. They have that. They're awesome for that. PGY Tech and Ulanzi have bags with expansibility. And again, I keep mentioning them, but Shimoda as well. You can expand a lot of their bags. Water bottle holder. Now, you would think with a backpack, you wouldn't have to ask for a water bottle holder, that they would automatically have it, but some bags don't. Staying hydrated is important, especially on long shoots or hiking in the hot sun. Tripod holder, a dedicated strap or pouch to carry your tripod securely is definitely what you need. A lot of times you have to use the water bottle holder. Extra pockets, storage for memory cards, batteries, filters, and all the other accessories. A laptop compartment. You might need it if you have to edit your photos on the go. Okay. Me personally, I don't really do that, but once in a while I might throw my laptop in if I know I'm going someplace where I might have to do it. But usually I'm just hiking, not going to take my laptop. Don't cheap out. Your camera bag protects thousands of dollars of gear, so don't go for the cheapest option. Avoid those no-name budget options like the Amazon Basics bags. Yeah, they may be great at the beginning, but those straps will tear. I have a couple upstairs, and the bags are starting to wear out very, very easily. And also the dividers in a lot of those cheaper bags, they're thicker and they look like they're going to protect your camera gear better, but in actuality, they sag and your gear never stays in place. And a lot of times you'll open up your bag after walking around and your gear's all over your bag. Okay. Make sure you have rigid dividers in those bags. Those cheaper bags often lack proper padding and weather resistance and durability as well. Also, look for a rain cover. A lot of bags, you have to pay extra for rain covers, but most of the good bags will have a rain cover with it or built in. Okay, instead of those cheaper bags, consider well-known brands with proven durability. Some of the high-end options: Shimoda Designs, Peak Design, Nomadic, those Peter McKinnon editions. I have one here, and then the first one right here. Awesome bags. And also there's mid-range options as well. You have Low Pro right there. You have a Think Tank, and also a PGY Tech. I have right here PGY Tech Sling as well. Price considerations. Not everyone needs a premium bag, but investing in a good quality bag will pay off in the long run. A Peak Design or Shimoda bag might cost a lot more up front, but it will last you for a lot of years. And I know Peak Design has a lifetime warranty too. And they're also going to provide superior protection. On the other hand, Low Pro and Think Tank offer excellent mid-range bags that provide great quality at a little bit lower price. The right camera bag isn't just about carrying your gear. It's about making your photography experience easier and more enjoyable. If you got a strap digging into your shoulder and you're out on a long hike away from your car, you're not going to be very happy with that thing digging in like that. Make sure you choose wisely, and your bag will serve you well for years to come. Take care, everyone.